So it's the 16th of August and we came out to do a garden tour. It's Sunday and we just had Bob's birthday dinner and some ice cream cake. And this is Christy's okra, which this was just planted a couple of weeks ago for a fall crop. And this is our fall crop right here. I don't know if you can see the beans. There are some weeds. I got to get in here with the hoe and do some stuff. And then from that feather down are some beets. Some started coming up, but then we had, see the red there. They started coming up, but they got, I think we only got 5 or 6 out of the first sowing, so I re-sowed them and put them in more heavily. And then this was the other row of beans. Now we planted this row and this row at the same time. But for some reason this row right here, I don't know if a vole or a mole ate the seeds, but we only had 2 or 3 plants come up in this whole row. So we moved those plants over to that row, and I think they got some brown leaves, but I think they're finally starting to recover. So we have that row, and then we replanted this whole row about 10 days ago, and they're just coming up. And then we have over here, we have our tomatoes. Now we were battling hornworms. There's still a few, but I think we kind of are past that a little bit. And we have the first crop of tomatoes came down across the bottom, and I thought we were going to be done, but we have a whole second crop coming on here, and you can see the flowers, and so we're hoping we'll get one more crop off of here. And then let's see, the weeds have completely taken over, as you can see. Under here are blueberry bushes. There's one there and one there, and there is a baby fig tree out here that finally this year was the first year that it actually had some figs on it. So I don't know, I think maybe these weeds helped keep the squirrels and the peacocks away. But anyway, hopefully I'm going to get to at least taste them this year. I had to go to a friend's house. Oh, see that one? The bugs are getting that one. It's mush. Oh well, we'll give that to the birds. So we pulled all the cucumber vines down. We didn't do very well on cucumbers this year. It got too hot too fast. So we've started a fall crop there of cucumbers. And this was our late crop of sweet corn. They're 6 to 7 feet tall, and they were doing very well. But I think what happened was we had sunflowers growing here, which have just been replanted again. You can see all the seeds are sprouting again. These are mammoth sunflowers, but I think what happened was the peacocks came and landed right in the middle of the corn and knocked everything down. The corn is still trying to come up, so we left it, and we're going to see how many sweet corn we can get out of here. And we had tried a continuous planting. We planted some more in another location, but they just didn't do very well. So we're only going to get this one harvest this year, so hopefully we'll get something out of it. Otherwise, the chickens will probably be happy. The banana peppers didn't do very well this year, but it looks like I see flowers on them. It looks like they're trying to come, but they kind of look all like they got burnt off the top. Here's that one. And then there is that one there. And this, I believe, is the red bell pepper. And one, my daughter just picked one. It was a good size, but it hadn't turned red yet. But when she touched it, it fell off. And there are some more buds on there. So hopefully we'll start getting some peppers. And this one was the green one. And that one is supposed to be the yellow bell. And there's one in there. But I don't know. I usually end up picking them before they actually turn color. And then over there is my lemongrass. So then there's the garden, which is overgrown with weeds. And then we have the goat pen. And I think that is a birdhouse gourd that's growing there. They volunteer along this fence every year. And then that's little Abby girl. And there's Sarah out by the concrete tube. And the white one is Judy, or Judith from the Bible. And the one next to her with the one that's scratching her foot there, that one is Joanna. And then we have the chicken coop with, this is a mixed coop. We just put some of the younger pullets out here, and they like to hide under the house. And there's some over, if you can see in those weeds over there, there's some, they go in the weeds. They like to be in there. And then, I don't know, at the end, the peacocks have a 10 by 20 run there. And there's one male in there and two females. She's on the perch. And there's one a female in the dog igloo sitting on some eggs. And that's our primary rooster there. And we have a mixed flock. These are all the babies here we've raised this year off of these hens and this rooster. And there's some roosters mixed in here. And then we have a couple other troublemaker roosters. They're over here. And we keep them separate for now until we're ready to butcher. And we have two here. One is a Brahmin, a buff Brahmin, a giant one. He's probably 10, 12 pounds already, and he's not that old. And then we have the mama and daddy turkeys in here. I don't know, let me see. I'm not getting them. I don't know if you can see them down there. They have a nest there in the corner, and then there's another nest inside the shed there. And then this is their first hatch of babies. They were, they're probably three or four, going on 4 months old. There's 4 of these. I think there's 3 males and a female. And then we did a second hatch, and we ended up with 4 more. These are chocolate turkeys, and they're a heritage breed. And I think they grow a little slower, but they're more of a natural turkey to South Carolina. They used them a lot in the Civil War. They were almost extinct from what I understand because they were so harvested during the war. And then we call her Crippled Chicken. She's just in there to keep them company so nobody picks on her. And then here's the chicken coop again. And you could see some more of the babies. And like I said, they're all different, mixed flock, all different stages. And then I'm going to pause it here for a minute and we'll go. Oh, there's the birthday boy. So here's our pallet coop that we made out of pallets for the chickens. It needs some TLC. It's been a while. It's been here for 10 years now. And this is our peacock pen down here. And pampas grass. So, and then there's the peacock pen. I see a cardinal out behind the pen on the other side. How pretty. Two, Mr. and Mrs. Cardinal. All right, and and then over there is our bee yard. And there's our lesson arena for the horses. And then Bob's going to give me a ride down to...
check the eyes.
There's one of the peacocks over there behind the tree. And Jesse James and our other... He's a Dorky, a Dachshund Yorkie cross. His name is Blue. He has one blue eye and one brown eye. Jesse obviously has two blue eyes. And we have one more named Seth. I don't know where he is. Here's our latest garden. This was our fall garden. And this is... we started to put hay out. Haven't gotten it finished yet. My daughter planted okra. She's going to be the okra queen this year, if she even gets to pick it all. And then we had tried a late planting of corn, but I don't know if something got it and knocked it down or if I over-fertilized it when I put the nitrogen on the second time. And then this is, we had planted, there's pumpkins, there's butternut squash, there's seed pumpkins, there's some watermelons, I think, and there's a few of the super giant, possibly 70-pound pumpkins there. And then these two rows here are flat Italian green beans. So this is our fall planting. And up here in the yard we have peach tree. We probably got about 30 peaches off the tree, but they were little and they were the squirrels were stealing them. And also there's a pear tree just up there behind the peach tree, and the squirrels picked every one but one pear off of that tree. And then on this side we have one honey crisp apple and a red delicious apple, because the honey crisp needs the red delicious to pollinate. I'm sorry. And then up here, we had torn out a bunch of bushes right here in front of the porch this year. And so we got a few of buckets with our tractor from the compost manure piles. We have one in every pasture, so we have 6 or 7 piles. And then we also have the wood chips from the stalls that have been rotting for 10 years. So we brought the buckets in and we dumped the topsoil or the compost first, and then we dumped the wood chips on top of that to help control the weeds. And we have some pumpkins starting here, and this was cantaloupe, I believe, and there was more cantaloupe in here. And then we had butternut squash. I don't know if you can see the one right under there, but somebody's eating them. We almost lost them to the squash bugs, and now I'm not sure what is getting them. There's a little tiny one right under there. I don't know if you can see it under there. And then there's one here that, I see the squash bug eating it. See the squash bug right there? The orange and black stripy thing. I believe that's a squash bug, but it is not doing so good. So we'll have to see what happens with them. There we have our fall planting of, I don't remember if we put more butternut there. And then we came over here and we put, I don't know, some different kinds, some table, I think it's called table queen. Kind of like an acorn squash, but not bumpy. And then there's some coming up here. I'm not sure what they are either. I just put seeds in groupings. So we'll have to see what we get. So now Bob wants to go over and check out his bees. So I'm not sure if we'll continue this or stop. So this is Karn and Bob from Sunrise Ranch, and we were just sharing a little bit of our Sunday afternoon on Bob's birthday with you and looking at our gardens and our weeds. Thanks for watching. Yeah, we decided to take you over into the bee yard and show you around. So here we go. Here we go.
They seem like they're getting stronger. Huh?
1, 2, 3, 4. We keep our artificial pollen source in that mailbox there. It works really good. We have it inside of a bucket, and